Hear me, voice clear, no, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
तस्यैव हेतो प्रयतेत कोविदो न लभ्यते यद्भ्रमतामुपर्यध तल्लभ्यते दुःखवदन्यथा सुखं कालेन सर्वत्र गभीररंहसा.
Beautiful. Thank you, Prabhu. Can you also read the word for word, Prabhu?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. One second. Tasya, for the purpose, for that purpose. Iva, only. Heto, reason. Pratyeta, should endeavor.
Prayateta, Prabhu.
Prayateta. Prayateta means should endeavor. Kovidha, one who is philosophically inclined. Na labhyate is not obtained. Yet what? Brahma, Brahmatam.
Brahmatam.
Oh, sorry. Brahmatam, wandering. Upari adha. Wait. From top to bottom. Tat, that. Labhyate, can be obtained. Dukkha, dukkhavat, like the miseries. Anyataha, as a result of previous work. Sukham, sense enjoyment. Kalena, in case of time, in course of time. Sarvatra, everywhere. Gabira, subtle. Ramhasa, progress. Dhanyavad.
Translation, someone want to read?
Can I, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna,
Please,
Prabhu.
Mataji. Antaryami Prabhu, you can read the purport maybe. Let Mataji read the translation. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end, which is not obtainable even by wandering from the topmost planet Brahmaloka down to the lowest planet Patala. As far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in course of time, just as in course of time we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them. Hare Krishna.
Beautiful. This is one of the best shlokas to defeat our conceptions through simple logic only. I'm audible, right? I hope it keeps coming saying sound quality is bad, but I'm not sure if.
Yes, Prabhu, you are.
Prabhuji,
No,
you are
fine,
audible.
absolutely fine,
We
Prabhu.
can.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Prabhuji, you are audible and visible also.
Sorry, what are you saying?
You are audible and I could see you also.
How could you see me?
So that is the power of reading Bhagavata.
My camera is not working. How can you see me? Okay. Good. So, Andarami Prabhu, do you want to read the purport before we, after the purport, reading the purport, we'll go to the discussion points.
Sure, Prabhu. Amma, mixed better. Purport. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Every man, everywhere is trying to obtain the greatest amount of sense enjoyment by various endeavors. Some men are busy engaged in trade, industry, economic development, political supremacy, etc. And some of them are engaged in fruity work to become happy in the next life by attaining higher planets. It is said that on the moon, the inhabitants are fit for greater sense enjoyment by drinking somarasa, and the Pitraloka is obtained by good charitable work. So there are various programs for sense enjoyment, either during this life or in the life after death. Some are trying to reach the moon or other planets by some mechanical arrangements, for they are for they are very anxious to get into such planets without doing good work. But it is not to happen. By the law of the supreme, different places are meant for different grades of living beings. According to the I missed out, Prabhu, where it is. 1 second, Prabhu. Don't scroll up. According to the work they have performed, according to the work they have performed, by good work only, as prescribed in the scriptures, can one obtain birth in a good family, opulence, good education, and good bodily features. We see also that even in this life, one obtains a good education or money by good work. Similarly, in our next birth, we can get such desirable positions only by good work. Otherwise, it would not so happen that two persons born in same place at the same time are seen differently placed according to previous work. But all such material positions are impermanent. The positions in the topmost Brahmaloka and in the lowest Patala are also changeable according to our own work. The philosophically inclined person must not be tempted by such changeable positions. He should try to get into the permanent life of bliss and knowledge, where he will not be forced to come back again to the measurable material world, either in this or that planet. Measures and mixed happiness are two features of material life, and they are obtained in Brahmaloka and in other lokas also. They are obtained in the life of the demigods and also in the life of the dogs and hogs. The measures are mixed happiness of all living beings, are only the different degree and quality. But no one is free from the measures of birth, death, old age, and disease. Similarly, everyone has his destined happiness also. No one can get more or less of these things simply by personal endeavors. Even if they are obtained, they can be lost again. One should not, therefore, waste time with these things. One should only endeavor to go back to Godhead. That should be the only mission of everybody's life, everyone's life. Thank you very much.
Srila Prabhupada has put Ki Jai. And thank you for reading it so expressively, Prabhu. Nice. We could feel you are enjoying every line of it.
Yes, Prabhu, and also it's very powerful purport and just giving the what we should do.
Yeah. So between that last verse and this verse, what is the connecting point between from last verse to this verse? We read last verse on Wednesday. So from last verse to this verse, what was the conclusion that we came to after discussing, reading that? One who has forsaken his material occupations.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, the earlier verse, those who have been doing devotional service, even by chance they fall down also because of not doing it perfectly. Yet there is no danger because they can always come back. That was the earlier verse. Compared to others who are not at all engaged in devotional service, who are engaged only in occupational duties, that is only material life. So in this verse, what Prabhupada is saying, is trying to convey is intelligent people, they should strive. So irrespective of our circumstances or whatever it is, we should not give up our devotional service for anything to attain our ultimate goal of life, to go back to Godhead. That is what. Hare Krishna Prabhu, was I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji, you are audible. I hope I am audible now.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay. I think Piyush Prabhu is also
Hare
telling
Krishna,
something in the
Prabhu.
chat. Yes, Prabhu.
Sorry to disturb. See, I could not able to attend last week's session last Wednesday, but I heard the recording, and I have a question to you. Shall I ask now or maybe later?
Prabhu, let me just read out Piyush Prabhu's point from here, and then he is saying connection between the two slokas is that we should always endeavor to do devotional service life after lifetime. We go back home, back to Godhead. Yes, that is right. But at the same time, we talked about forsaking the material occupations does not mean giving it up halfway through, but it is to finish it off and then get on with our devotional life, right? So then how does it connect with this particular verse, 18th verse, where it says you should not strive for that which is anyway obtainable automatically. That's a very important point. We'll come to that soon, but how do we understand this point then?
Prabhuji, can I say something on this?
Yes, Prabhu. Little louder,
Because,
Prabhu.
here the first verse that people who are not able to come, they are engaged in that material, the earning the karma kand. They want to earn more money for sense gratification, and
Right.
the person who is doing he's even he's falling, he's coming back, he's able to come up, get up and come back to the devotional service. Whereas the other people are striving to get the more sense gratification and working hard like hogs and dogs and that. So that persons, instead of they working, if they take to devotional service, they are anyway going to get it without that hardship.
Correct.
So that connection is
So
there. The people
can we say this way, Prabhu? That the common point between these two verses is that avoid doing your duties as a fruitive activity.
Yeah, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So when we are talking about one who has forsaken his material occupations, material occupation does not mean that, like my professional work or my domestic household work or my prescribed duties, though that is not material occupation. Material occupation is that where I am doing it with the aim of satisfying my own senses and mind for my
Yes,
own sense
true.
gratification, right? So that is what is you can connect from the previous verse. That's what is the 17th verse. One who has forsaken his material occupation to engage in the devotional service of the Lord may sometimes fall down while in an immature stage, right? So if he has completed his material activities, I won't say material activities, but he has given up the material mentality behind those occupations,
Yes.
right? When we have given up those things, then when he takes up to devotional service, even if he is not able to complete it fully, still he will be protected by the Lord. Whatever he has achieved till that point will be retained forever. That's what is thing. Now here also, if you see, as far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, to understand that point, here the focus is again on the sense enjoyment.
Yeah.
So when we are trying to keep our happiness as the center of all the activities that we are doing, along with that happiness, we may get that some happiness, but along with that happiness, we will get the depression, distress also, suffering also. When we are not keeping sense enjoyment, our own sense enjoyment in mind while doing the activities, then we will not be so much affected by the unfavorable reactions also, that is the sufferings also. So that is what in these two slokas, Narad Muni is insisting that please advise people not to do their, don't tell them to stop work. Don't tell them to completely, leave everything and come here. That will lead to chaos. but encourage them to do their activities itself in such a way that they will be able to see Krishna, do it as a devotional service itself instead of doing it for sense gratification. Because see, once my Guru Maharaj said, like to a few devotees who came, they were having this IT background, they were working in IT. So he said something very interesting. They were doing night shifts, and when they were doing night shifts, Maharaj tried his best to tell about the harm in those night shifts. And somehow they were like, he could realize that they are not so much convinced. So Maharaj then said, how much ever I tell you here, when you go back home, you will again get back to the same old job only. You will not leave it. You will continue to do your work. You will continue to do your night work because they are giving some extra money, whatever. Once you have seen that extra money, it is very difficult for you to give up the money. If they give the same money with a lesser work, you will be able to take it. But the managers are not fools. They will not give you money just like that. They will extract more work from you, and give less remuneration. But they will not let you do less work and give you more remuneration. That they will never do, because they themselves are tortured to do more work and get less money, right? So nobody would want to give that. So Maharaj said, see, when something is naturally required for you, then better do it. Don't try to artificially avoid it. Because any artificial suppression will not go away from will not go away from our system. At some point, it will come back again to haunt us. We might be thinking that, oh, I have given it up, but it will still be undercurrent will be there. Subtle undercurrent will be there. So that is why Krishna also says in the Gita, karma jayo hi akarmanaha. Only by doing the activity, you can get rid of the reactions of the activity and the activity itself, actually. Right? So, but only thing that Narada Muni is telling here to Vyasadeva is, don't tell people to stop working, but encourage them to do the same work as an offering to Krishna. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yadhoshi, like that one. Right? When you do it that way, you will be freed of the material attachment or the sense enjoying propensity there. And that is what he's telling here, that see, some people want to go to moon, some people want to go to other places also. Maximum you may get Somarasa there. But you have to try for something, but even after drinking Somarasa, you have to die. You are not going to live forever. Right? So whether it is Somarasa or some other rasa, whatever it may be, or whatever that longevity of the life may be, it doesn't matter. End of the day, when we are dying, nobody is going to count, oh, he lived for 80 years, 90 years, etc. 80 years is also zero only. 10 years is also zero only at the time of death. That we don't understand. So, even the age of Chandra, Indra, Brahma also is no use, because from Krishna's point of view, it is just like a flash with a flash of the eternal time. So who are those who are doing fruitive activities with the aim of receiving all these kind of benedictions from the other devatas, thinking that they are greater than us, etc. They are also not doing anything. They are not intelligent. They are not philosophically intelligent. They might have spent so much of their time to get this other thing, the higher thing like Pitraloka or Chandraloka or whatever. But end of the day, it is also zero only. So what Narad Muni is raising here is a very, very beautiful question. Very beautiful point is asking. Just 1 second. Please give me a sec. Okay. So he's asking a very pertinent and logical question. He's saying that in a day, if you're suppose working for 12 hours a day, in the 12 hours, you are not working to get misery. Any of us work to get misery or engage with somebody to get miseries? We all want to get only happiness. But how miseries come along without even endeavoring? So that is why he's asking this question. Sitoshna Sukha Dukkada. You are not telling whole 12 months should be like spring season only or Vasanta season only. But summer comes, winter comes, rainy season comes without our endeavor. So this is a very beautiful point. When I read this, this is one of the very first shlokas I read in Bhagavatam or heard in Bhagavatam in one of the classes by one nice sannyasi, one nice Maharaj. Gave a class on this shloka, and that shloka immediately went into the head because it is so logical, this particular shloka. Because point here, what is he saying is that it's a waste of time trying to get some material happiness or some sense enjoying thing. Because sense suffering is coming without endeavor. So sense enjoyment also should come on its own without endeavoring. Without endeavoring in the sense without fruitive activity, fruitive mentality, I mean. Right? So when you are already getting something without endeavor, why are you struggling hard to get it? Why are you struggling so hard to get it? This is a pertinent question and very, very intelligent question. This is. Then when we look back now at our own life, say 30, 40, 50 years, whatever we might have spent. In those period, I would say 100% of the time we were only striving for to get happiness. Right? But more than happiness, we are only getting misery. Why? Because that process itself is a very exhausting process, right? How much you have to struggle. Like suppose you have to go to the US. Man, I know in Chennai embassy, people used to stand with one leg. They may be very big people at home or in their society, but all are treated equally by the US embassy. They are like Krishna. They treat. Everybody has to bring their newspaper, spread it on the platform, and lie down at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how many of you have done it. Luckily, I did not have to do it, but I've seen people doing it. Man, they have to literally stand like Hiranyakashipu to go to the US. And end of the day, they are so happy to go there. But ask anybody who is living in US for more than 15, 20 years, beyond 15, 20 years. It's like that example of the circus that Bhaktisthana Saraswati Thakur used to say. There was some circus that came to the village and everybody was told, it's a free, this thing, you please come. So people were all excited. Oh, free, they are showing circus. So they are one by one, they went inside. The first one went inside and the person standing there, the owner of the circus, he had a big stick rod with him. And he gave him hard, beatings from the stick. And then this person was asking, why are you beating? No, this is the thing that we wanted to show in the circus. So that person came out, and when he came out, he didn't want to tell everybody that I got the beating because it will be an insult for him, no? But not only that, he wanted others also to get the same misery or happiness, whatever you want to call it. Right? We said, oh, it was very nice, beautiful show, beautiful show. So the other one went in, he also got the beating. And he also came out, he didn't tell anything. He also said, oh, beautiful show, beautiful show. So this material world is like that. Everybody's home, if you go and dig, home means their heart. Loads and loads of these things will come out. But to the outer world, they don't want to show it. You know, one reason is that I have a thing in the society, so people should not feel that, man, this guy was, they don't want to see me as a fool, no? Like, see this person as a fool, like he's struggling so hard, but he's having all these problems. So that is one reason. And the second reason is that they don't want people to become happy at seeing their misery. They know that everybody is looking forward to their misery. Everybody knows that, there are so many envious people around and nobody likes us to be happy or progressing. So when they see that, oh, he's struggling, he's having a difficulty and all that, then internally in the heart of heart, they will be very happy. They will be extremely happy that, oh, thank God, this person was showing so much and now he's suffering. So that is another subtle reason why people don't want to show their misery. They don't want those who are envious of us to be happy. But actually, saintly people don't care. They are actually they were wanting to they want the envious people or those who are hating us also to be happy. So I don't have any problem showing my misery or if I am miserable. But of course, if you want to see miserable in the sense, if he lives a very simple life or he has a challenge, something, he won't hide anything. Like he will be very simple hearted. Just say, even if somebody wants to hear it just so that they will be happy to hear our misery, he will say simply, okay, if you want to be happy, be happy. That is what will keep you happy. So he knows, because these people's happiness is also very short-lived. Tomorrow I will get something, again they will feel miserable. So people are generally like that. Seeing our happiness, they will be miserable. Seeing our misery, they will be happy. The funny thing is, it's so interesting because in this world, everybody is miserable, right? So if this is logic which I wanted to get some answer, everybody is miserable. So if suppose 20 people are there, out of that I am one of them, 19 people are miserable. I am also miserable, that's another thing, but 19 people are miserable. So 19 people's misery should make me happy, no? Everybody is suffering. I am not only suffering. So the suffering for my misery is much less compared to being sad for my miseries is much less compared to, because my miseries is only so much. 19 people's miseries are more. So I should be happy for those 19 people's misery, no? Out of the, if you think this way, actually even envious people can be happy in this world. Logically, if they see, no, but the problem is everybody is showing off that they are happy. Nobody is revealing their miseries, right? So when this one person is seeing 19 people showing off happiness, he feels that except me, everyone else is happy. And that is why he is suffering. See the point? The logical point there. Actually, when he digs deeper, they are only showing off their happiness. They don't have any happiness. They are suffering. I'm talking about the material people, not the devotees. I'm just saying in general, this is what is happening. So if we read this particular verse, we should be really, really happy after this, even without doing devotional service. Because this verse tells that everybody has equal amount of happiness and distress. At least, if not equal, at least equal proportion, whatever. So when we are looking for that happiness derived from sense enjoyment, then it can come only along with the sufferings too, miseries too. This is something which we have to take it very clearly. If I am trying to enjoy independent of Krishna, independent of the Supreme Lord, that is what is called sense enjoyment. Whenever I am trying to do something, some endeavor to enjoy independent of Krishna, then it's buy one, get one free. Buy happiness, get suffering free. Right? So this is exactly what happens. But the moment you turn it away and say that I am doing this activities for the pleasure of Krishna, for the glorification of Krishna, then this buy one get one free is buy Sukha also free, buy Ananda also free. No miseries. You look for Sukha, you get Ananda also along with it. Right? That is why these 2 points are very interesting. 2 major points are being shared in this particular verse. Can somebody try to say that? Try to look into it and say what are those 2 points, 2 important points in this verse? So far, based on what we discussed, there are 2 important points is brought out here. From the translation, you can find out.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, philosophically inclined people, when they know that the changeable positions, because of our work, we can go up or down. So
Correct.
philosophically inclined people should not be tempted to do such work which will take them through the changeable positions.
Yeah, this is the first point. This is the first point. What do you mean by philosophically inclined? Let's try to understand what do you mean by philosophically inclined.
Philosophically inclined means
Devotee.
like not yet a devotee. They are doing, though they are philosophically inclined, they are doing this sort of work. So they are not devotees
No,
as
I'm
yet.
asking. No. I'm asking. What
Okay.
do we mean by philosophically inclined?
Philosophically inclined.
Who is a philosopher? Just speak something which cannot be understood.
Gnani is called a philosopher, Prabhu. Gnani, one who wants to know.
No, Gnani is not philosopher.
Suraj.
Otherwise, people who, what do you say, whether God is there or not. So people who.
Jigyasu.
Jigyasu is one who is inquisitive.
Who is following Shastra.
That is part of it.
One who is speculating and on theories.
No, not the speculator. Speculator is Jnani.
Neophyte, Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhu.
Neophyte who just is beginner devotion.
No. Philosopher is not a neophyte. Kanchalpati Prabhu says living as per teachings of SCR. What is that SCR?
I think scripture.
Okay, philosophically inclined means they know the purpose of life. Philosophically inclined people, or the people who know the purpose of the mission of our life.
Yeah, so those who are eager to understand the purpose of their life, their reality, searching after the absolute truth, those who want to live life according to the teachings of the scriptures, right? Those who are seriously inclined to are attracted to the truth in this world. They don't want to follow the false things in this world. That which is temporary, that which is that which has an end. They want to inquire more into the absolute truth and the reality of life. The reality of themselves, reality of life. The underlying science behind everything that is around us, that drives us. All these put together is philosophically inclined. So when somebody is actually philosophically inclined, means they're always looking for the reality in everything, or essence in everything. That's the word saranga iva sara book. Saram. They always look for the saram, the essence. Saram means that's a life, or that which holds the thing together. Like for example, if flower is there, the saram in that flower is actually the honey. The nectar, that is the honey that is inside. And that is why the bees look for that. They don't care what color that flower is. They don't care how tall the flower is, how beautiful it is and all that. They only go inside to get the honey from there. So devotees or anyone, philosophers also, they always look for like the purpose in life. What is the real purpose for which I've come? What will make me satisfied and happy in my life? Is running after the sense gratification is the only way to attain happiness? That is very temporary happiness. It goes off after some time. So we will be looking for something where you don't do something repeatedly just to get a little bit of drop of that happiness and that goes away. But if that is the same thing in all the 14 planetary systems, I should not be doing something which is going to be the same thing. Why? What's the point in struggling hard to get the Somarasa and then go to Chandraloka? And there also birthdays, old age diseases there, or any other higher planets. That's why Upari Adaha. Tasyaiva heto prayatet kovido na labhyate. That which is not obtainable in all these 14 planetary systems by wandering up and down. That's what you have been doing, isn't it? This is such a beautiful thing about the Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavanjiv, right? Like we have been going around in so many universes with so many yonis. But again and again we are trying after the same thing. Puna Puna Charvita Charvananam. As Prahlad Maharaj says, Shivakumar Prabhu, yes, you raised your hand earlier also. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. Please, can you speak up, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You asked two questions. So in the first portion, if the person is intelligent and philosophically inclined, so that means the Lord has already gifted him. So it doesn't matter where he is born in this 14 worlds. Wherever he is, it's the same. So that's one thing that I want to share.
Sorry, where Lord has put him where?
So if the Lord has already gifted the person to be intelligent and philosophically inclined, it doesn't really matter to him where in this 14 platform he is born. It's the same for him.
Yes.
Okay. And as far as the second thing you asked, as far as happiness derived from sense gratification, so we are already gifted with the sense gratification. For example, the beautiful eyes with which we are gifted, every day morning when we get up, we see a lot of things, but we will suffer only if the eyes are not there.
Okay.
So that means whatever sense enjoyment, it's already given. So now the
I'm
effort
not able to understand your example of that eyes thing, Prabhu.
Eyes means, Prabhuji, we are gifted with eyes. Compare it with the blind person, Prabhuji.
Okay.
So that means we are already automatically enjoying the senses, right? But till the eyes are there, we will never know we are enjoying.
Okay.
Till the ears are there, we will never know we are enjoying. So when he says automatically we are enjoying, does it mean that way?
No, even those who are blind, they will have some other happiness. They can continue to be happy. There are so many people who are blind, but they are also happy. I'm taking materially happiness. They may be getting something from somewhere else. Only that shortcoming, shortage will be there that I am not able to see, but that can be fulfilled by some other quality, some other happiness.
So if the senses are there, or if the senses are removed, still we want to make sense enjoyment.
Yeah. See, Prabhu, I will ask you. Somebody is there in the Wall Street in New York, doing multi-million dollars of business.
Correct.
He may not be able to sleep peacefully at home. But you can see someone in, say, like Mumbai Dharavi or in Chennai slums or whatever, some of those very poor place. Without any 5-star arrangements or luxurious arrangement, also they sleep peacefully.
Yes, correct. So if you
they are
see
happily running around and enjoying, even with scanty dress in their body. These young children in the slums and all, you see, they are happy.
So we are inviting more miseries in the name of sense enjoyment.
Yes, see, if you have, suppose I keep it to the unit of numbers, Prabhu. Suppose you have 10 unit happiness, 10 unit misery also will be given along with it. Suppose you obtain 100 unit happiness, 100 unit misery will be given along with it.
Yes, I thought regarding this point. So Krishna has gifted us happiness and sorrow equally. So if a person is happy, then the person is really happy. It doesn't matter whether he made 10 crores or he made 10 more rupees.
Yeah.
But same way, sorrow also, if a very millionaire loses half of his wealth and a poor person loses half of his wealth, sorrow is the same for both.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Clear, no? And so the logical questions, the second point is this logical question that is being asked, that you are not trying for distress, but it is coming. So happiness also should come like that only, just like seasons, Shitoshna, Sukha, Dukkada. So why are you trying for happiness? Don't try for the happiness in this verse. Happiness means derived from sense enjoyment. You understand?
Understood.
So you don't have to struggle hard. Prabhu, very simply I'm telling you, like if I have to cook myself something, no, I want something very tasty. So early morning I have to go around, find out all ingredients and everything and do it myself and say make the food. I'm not talking about honoring prasadam. Anybody who just wants to eat whatever they want. So they have to go, they have to cook it themselves, all the endeavors they have to make. Or if they say I'm lazy of cooking, they will go to a restaurant or somewhere, they will have to shell out a lot of money. They may have that money, but they'll just have to go and shell out that money and then they will get that, right? That is how they have to struggle, they have to endeavor that much to get the whatever they wanted. But on the other hand, if you are simply engaged in, say, if you just suppose you go to a temple and you simply engage in service, without even you're asking, they will give you prasadam. And how much opulent it is. Last week we were in Melukote and we had no idea. We just went to take darshan of the Lord. Our only aim was that, oh, the temple will be closed. We have to somehow or other take darshan before they close the deities. So we really went fast, climbed up fast to see the Narsingadev and down also deities and all. And we were not so much worried about the prasadam part. Frankly speaking, see, taking darshan of the Lord was so pleasing that we even forgot about prasadam till 2 o'clock. And when we came back, everything was automatically arranged. The devotees had actually arranged for some, the pujari in the temple itself and in his home only he was serving prasadam, and so all 25-30 of us were sitting there peacefully, and 7-course meal, frankly speaking, we couldn't eat at all, so much they were serving. They were saying eat more, like they were serving so much. And if I had to go to a 5-star hotel or somewhere, I had to order, I had to wait, and then they will, I mean, the food will not be to our liking. This was like real nectar actually. All you had to do was just have the sincere desire to take darshan of the Lord, that's all. Or just go and see him. That desire itself gives us all the blessings. All the blessings that is needed. On the other hand, see, because this was like basically we wanted to offer this our prayers to the Lord and eagerness to go and have darshan. Krishna likes it, and this is no more sense enjoyment. You see, my idea was not to go and take prasadam there. My idea was to only have darshan. But prasadam comes as a part of that darshan, as an added package. But when you have to eat separately, there is always this challenge that that food may not be to our liking, or it may not suit our health. So many things will be there. They will not cook separately for us, looking at our choice of things and all. And you have to shell out more money also. So this is where that happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned is a point. Like you don't have to struggle hard separately for it. When we simply do our devotional service, automatically these things are taken care. Yes, Prabhuji.
So in second portion, he is trying to say, don't try to make endure for happiness through sense enjoyment, but try to divert that in offering our services to Krishna. Our senses will be already taken care.
Exactly. That is what is telling connecting with the first point, first line statement that Mataji also said. That you look for something which you will not get in this world. Love of Krishna. That is the Krishna Prema is the only thing you will not get even if you go up and down all your life. All your onis. So even there it will not be available by default. Brahma Lokas or Indra Loka or whatever.
Prabhuji, I have a doubt. In Brahmaloka, more realized people only go there, right? Then why should they lose their senses for Krishna?
Sorry?
So if you say Brahmaloka, Brahma is much intelligent and powerful, and he would have done an austere life. So he would have given a better chance to realize Krishna. But why is he saying that even in the 7 all up and down worlds, it's not able to get?
Prabhu, Brahma also got illusioned, no? Brahma also got illusioned, no? Brahma Vimohan.
Correct.
So what does that mean is, as you are becoming more and more knowledgeable and this thing, while along with we are supposed to be humble as you get more and more knowledge, but there is always this good chance that because you are engaged in executive work, a very high profile work, there is a good chance of us getting proud. That is why Brahma is praying for, don't allow, let me not be touched by this pride of doing very important work, responsible work. You see?
Okay. So
and the second thing is, if you're really engaged in devotional service, there also you will go from there directly to Krishna Loka. But the thing is, my logical question would be, Prabhu, you have Vande Bharat. Okay, you have passenger train. Okay, you have enough money to go in Vande Bharat. You will go in Vande Bharat or you will go in passenger train?
If I have opulence, I'll go in Vande Bharat.
Yeah. So directly from here, if you can go to Golokundavan, why you have to go a stopover in Indra Loka, Chandra Loka, Dati Loka and all that and then go?
Yes, that I understood. My only question was why people in higher planetary system who have higher intelligence lose a chance. So now you already answered, it's because of pride.
Yeah, pride will be there, ego will be there. So many things can come. Anytime.
And they also have so much opulence that they don't even think of Krishna there, maybe, Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
They have
Very
so much
true.
of opulence and enjoyment.
Yes, Mataji. Very true point it is. Like the more opulence you have, the more you will be, the less you can think of Krishna. Because so many people will be, see, Indra, what he was doing? Indra, what he was doing when Brihaspati came?
He was
when
enjoying
Krishna,
his.
yeah, he didn't even want to pay obeisance to Brihaspati, and which led to a series of offenses he had to do. Same way, when Krishna himself came and offered that earring of Aditi, while going, he was fighting with Krishna because he took the Parijata tree. So this is how they forget that who is the Supreme Lord is. So the question, the logical question that's been asked is, if there is risk there, why do you struggle so much to get to that point where there is also risk? If there is no risk, then I can understand. We can understand. If there is a risk there also, then what's the point in going all the way there? People go to other Western countries and all with an aim of getting a better life. But is it better in reality? Here people may be struggling for something else. There people are struggling for something else. Everywhere madness is there. Everywhere you can see mad people. I have seen mad people in US, Japan, UK, everywhere I have seen people. So, I mean, I don't have to hear from someone and understand. I have seen it personally also. I have seen beggars in all these places. And they will say, give me $2. Here, they will say, we are hungry, please give 10 rupees, whatever. There, they will keep a board, $2, please. I want to have a beer. That is what they would keep a board. No, I don't have money to buy a beer, so please give me two or whatever. So
Prabhuji, here also we can.
Yes, Prabhu.
Here also we can notice once the person comes in power, he will forget people.
Yes.
Then once he loses power, he will go to people. He will go begging people. Again,
yes.
When the other party comes to power, they'll totally forget people. They will start extracting and exploiting people. So
yes,
once power comes, we'll forget.
And that is why after some time they get fed up and they go to some swamis. That sadhus. They go there for some peace of mind, because they disturbed so many people's peace. How can they be peaceful?
Yes, last session we saw this point.
Yeah.
Understood, Prabhuji.
So to reiterate the 2 points here, one is that if you are really intelligent and philosophically inclined, you will think about what is it that I will not get in going to any of these places. If I'm getting that, what I'm getting in the America or Australia or wherever, if I'm getting that in India also, then why should I struggle hard to go there? Right? That is the logical question one asks. Here, this is in this world only we are talking about. This is, you expand it to Chandraloka, Indraloka, and Satyaloka everywhere. There also, if you are going to do the same thing. Here also you will have competition. There also you will have competition. Here also there will be somebody who is less than you, more than you. There also there will be somebody less than you, more than you. Right? So there is enough opportunity to become proud and to become envious in all parts of this 14 planetary systems. Upari Adaha. You go up, you go down. He has covered all the 14 planetary systems in just these 2 words. Tallabhyate, dukkavad, anyatah sukham. This anyatah word is so beautifully mentioned as in the word forward as a result of previous work. So whatever work you have already completed, for that only you get the sense enjoyment or sense of suffering, both misery or enjoyment, both. I cannot get the result of a work which I am going to do in the future. Never it will happen, isn't it? Only after completing the course we are given the degree, and then you get the result of the previous work. And if I don't study properly, again after the exam is over, only I have given the result that you have not passed. Right? So that is how everything that is happening, either from the previous life's previous work or this life's previous work. That is what will give us the enjoyment and suffering. Why? Because Kalena Sarvatra Gabhira Ramhasa. This here, the power of time is so beautifully Gabhira Ramhasa. Gabhira means very, very subtle. You will not even realize how it works. And Ramhasa means force. It's force, progress. It's so subtle but so thing. In the reverse, you will see that the undercurrent will be there. It will not look like the river is moving. Have you seen that? It will look like the river is still. But as you get inside, little bit you go inside also, the current will be under the water. That will be so fast that current will take you away. So it will not look like this thing at all. So that's a beautiful line towards the end here. How you are getting it also is given in the last line. He is saying you will get everything, both misery and happiness as a result of your previous work. Now this is a beautiful thing. See, this word previous work is a very interesting thing. Can somebody say why it is given previous work? Why previous work is said here?
Prabhuji, because time goes forward only.
No, this is not about time. It's about karma. Time we will come after that. I was just talking about time, but before that I thought this point is very beautiful. It just occurred to me that this Anyataha is a beautifully proposed answer. It is a result of previous work.
Because only when we accumulate we can spend it.
Correct. But
That's
what
how
it also implies, is that whatever you have completed is what is giving you the happiness or suffering. So you don't have a control over what you have completed. Correct?
Yeah.
That is where it says that which you don't have control over, that is giving you the happiness and suffering. So you cannot say that I can only take this both happiness and suffering will be given in 2 cups. Say, I cannot say that I will only take the cup of happiness. I cannot take the cup of distress. Both have to be taken because both are coming as a result of the previous work. You understand?
So you mean to say
the mechanism of how both of them are coming without us endeavoring for dukkha is because of the result of previous work. The previous work I have done already. For that only misery is coming. You understand? How can I control which that is already completed? And very soon now what we are doing is also will be completed. Now this 1 hour whatever it is also will be completed. Right? This thing which if you are doing it completely for Krishna's pleasure, then automatically that which is not obtainable in the 14 planetary systems will be given to us. Or anywhere I am going, I am taking service in that mode, then it will give me the respective result. Now I think Piyush Prabhu has quoted this one beautiful verse: Asitim Chaturashaiva Lakshamstan Jiva Jatishu Pramadbihi Purushai Prapyam Manusham Janma Paryayat Tada Prabalatam Jataha Tesham Atmabhimaninam Varakana Manashritya Govinda Charanadvayam. Mahavishnu Maharaj used to love this sloka very much. He quoted it many times. The human form of life is so important that even the demigods in the higher planets sometimes aspire for a human body. When they said, because in the human body only can one easily go back to Godhead. In spite of having such an important body, if one does not re-establish his last relationship with Govinda, Lord Krishna, he is certainly a fool who has forgotten his self-interest. This is actually from Padma Purana, I think. Yes, Brahmavirta Purana, he said. Okay. In Padma Purana also I have seen something similar. But very similar to 3 slokas are spoken in Bhagavatam also by the demigods. Someone should find. Sorry, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Somebody was saying something.
Krishna Prabhu.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. I think Mataji, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear you.
I'm sorry. Very sorry.
Now it is better. So this is the point. That work which you have already completed is giving us the suffering and happiness. So we should not be bothered, because you don't have a control over what you have already done. Correct? And what we are doing now is also going to become previous work very soon. That's the beauty of this thing, right? So suppose I'm really working very hard and trying to do good to others, and some misery I will get, then what I should do? Hey, this is the result of some past work which I have done, so I should accept it. I cannot reject it. I cannot say I won't accept it. It is bestowed upon me. It's forced upon me, and that is why who is forcing it? Kalena sarvatra gabira ramasa. Time is the train which is bringing us our karma from one place to another place, right? From our previous life to this life, it is bringing all our goods, karma goods, and giving it to us. And whether it is good or bad, it will happen automatically. So both karma also, the time also we cannot stop. Previous work also we cannot stop. So we simply have to accept it. So kalena sarvatra, everywhere, not only here. So this sarvatra word is very interesting, because time has its influence not only in the material world, in the bhuloka, it is in all the 14 planetary systems. Time has its effect. So sarvatra gabira ramhasa, in all planetary systems, it will bring us our results accordingly. What a powerful statement. And this particular verse, Prabhu's Mataji, it should establish us firmly in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Prabhu. So
100%
the intelligent and philosophically inclined people should realize that we are getting these results from our previous bad works. So we should correct ourselves at least now.
Yes. And they should think through. Intelligent, philosophically inclined people should think through, why am I struggling so hard? Why am I still getting miseries? I am striving for happiness only, but misery is also coming along with it. What is the thing? Then he will get the answer that my previous work is the cause. Okay, where is it? Who is bringing this previous work? Kalena, time is bringing this. And where can I find the time? You cannot find it. It is there all over, even inside our body, outside our body, everywhere it is there. And that is why it is Gabira Ramhasa. It has its force, such a force that without your knowledge, within a few seconds or few years, we will go from youth to old age. Very easily we'll grow. We'll be looking at our face in the mirror, and we'll be looking at, oh, okay, I have this hairstyle, that hairstyle. And within a few years, you will see that everything is getting grayed out and whitened out. And then not to be returned at all. Time's thing is, as you said, it's linear. It's someone said it's linear. You cannot reverse it. That's what Bhishmadev also said. Sarvam kala kritam manye bhavatam cha yad apriyam. He says every act of time is irreversible. It cannot be reversed. You cannot go back in time. You can only go forward. And that is how time is bringing all the results. Yeah. Any questions, comments? So these 2 points we should understand very clearly. That we should. Yes.
Very powerful statement, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for explaining it to us in such clear terms. Really, very, very powerful. This has to make a great impact on our mind. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, this is Bhagavatam, Mataji.
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes, Prabhu.
Sorry.
Yes,
thank you for a wonderful class. Yeah, you already explained, but little bit I want to make it clear. Few minutes back, you in Piyush Prabhu pinged that chat, right? Even the demigods were aspiring to get our human body to go back into Goloka. So so all the demigods also devotees of Lord Krishna, right, Prabhuji? They are doing their work as a representative, right? And we should think that if they do offenses, like it's a leela, we should not think that they didn't intentionally not like that. So it is a lila for Krishna. So to understand for our purpose, right? If we do this, and then we'll
No,
get
not
that
all
one.
of them are. Not all of them are doing it for Krishna's Leela, Prabhu. Krishna's Leela, only those who are controlled by Yoga Maya, they do it for enhancing Krishna's pleasure and to be part of Krishna's Leela. But not everybody is like that. Indra offending Brihaspati is not Yoga Maya. Like Indra offending someone else. That, for example, I'm just saying, right? So we will know when it is done by Yoga Maya. We will easily see that they like Shiva going behind Mohini is Yoga Maya. That's why his glory is never tainted with any bad thing, black mark. Even after that incident, he's still glorious, like Krishna says, So Krishna himself says that this is the thing. So these people, when they do that, not everybody is acting as so. Otherwise, everybody will say whatever. I can also say something. I do something and say, oh, I did it out of Yoga Maya's control. So there is no limit to our rascaldom,
Yeah. So is there a chance to go back to Lokaloka, Prabhuji, because we don't know, right, about their position? Just out of curiosity, I'm asking.
No, who has the chance to go back to Goloka?
Demigods, I'm asking about. Even
about demigods and all. No,
yeah.
They definitely have, Prabhu. They are much better personalities than us, right? They didn't go there by bribing somebody. They literally worked hard. They did so much of sacrifice, and that's why they got that position. And Krishna has kept them in a certain reason for them. And why Krishna is forgiving Indra so much even after he does so many offenses, right? There must be something in him because he's obedient to Krishna. Even he may be a little bit here and there, he may freak out, but because that freaking out is also because of opulence. So that is why they are saying that we are not able to do continuous devotional service because of our attachment to this post position and all that. So better let's go down and do the devotional service like these other people who are much better off than us in pleasing Krishna.
Okay.
Even in Bhagavatam, there are 2-3 shlokas in the 5th canto. Someone can quote that in our group also, and we can have reference to those also. There's some 2-3 shlokas are there where the demigods are saying that those who are born in the Bharat Bhumi they are very Bharat Bhumi actually is all over the world. Actually, it's not just India alone, but this part is even more blessed because of Karma Bhumi. So they are saying that better in our next life we should be born in this tract of land where we can do pure devotional service. There's opportunity to perform pure devotional service. Even if they want to do pure devotional service, there will always be some distractions. Some Apsara will come and say, come, let's go out for a walk. Or somebody will come and keep offering garlands and offering prayers. Then immediately our pride will shoot up. And somebody will come and do tapas, and then Indra will get disturbed. Somebody is coming to catch my take out of me through. So all these things which are in this material world, in a more sophisticated way, it is there in the spiritual world. That's all.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. So how about the lower planet people, Prabhu? Because they don't know about the time, right? You previously insisted, right? There will not be sunshine in that. So how they will go back? It will
be even more horrible. It will be even more horrible below lokas, patala lokas, and all. What is that? Somewhere Prabhupada says this nicely in one lecture, no? That one preacher went to a Christian preacher. He went to this mine to preach to the mine people who are in the mines, digging the mines. Such a horrible life there. They would not even see sunlight for days, months together, and they will have to live only there's no fresh air. It's very horrible. So he went and told, why are you suffering here? Let me take you to Jesus Christ. Then they asked, what is his number? Number means the 10, 20 like that. The number, the ID number they give, So they thought that Jesus is also one of the minor like them. And they said, where is the... No, he doesn't have such numbers and all. He is our savior, messenger of God, all those things he says. Then he said, okay, you all come, we will take you to heaven. Jesus will take you to heaven. Then they said, what will we do in heaven there? Oh, you will live a very peaceful life and all that. Then they asked, will there be like the newspaper? They are addicted to reading newspaper there. So when they are told that, there will be newspaper, there won't be any newspaper there. They will, oh, no, if there is no newspaper there, we don't want to come to heaven.
Intelligence.
Their life is so miserable, but they won't realize this thing. So those who are in the mines and all is just some little bit example of that sense, like something similar to that. But then even more it is.
And I like to pick up the circus example. I like very much, Prabhuji. The IT industry people are like that only. Whatever I face, you have to face.
Like the Hitler and all, when he was in the bunker, they were living in such a ridiculous life. It's so painful it is to live inside for so long.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Nice, Prabhu. Any other questions, comments before we close? Okay, I think we are done. So thank you so much for all your wonderful contributions to this thing. So this is how we read this particular verse. So amazing. This is one of the most important verses. The connection between last verse and this verse is the common thing is that sense gratification, that is fruitive activities. That is what Narada Muni wants Vyasadeva to highlight, that instead of doing it as sense gratification, do it as for the pleasure of Krishna. Whatever you are doing, and you will have to search for that which is not obtainable in the normal way of thing, like in all these potent planetary systems, wherever you are wandering around, and that is really Krishna Prema, and the result of that Krishna Prema is Ananda, bliss. Okay, so stop here, Prabhu's Matajis, and we will connect again to continue on Narada Muni's teachings on, Krishna willing Wednesday, where we have Wednesday evening, we will continue. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Ananta Guru Pramanande, Hari Hari Bhagavan Chakal Patar Best
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.